Here we go. Welcome back, everyone, to Deltarune Chapter 2. We are finally so back with all of the Chapter 2 shenanigans that we need. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to finish Chapter 2 today, and we are going to get into a bunch of memes and we're going to get into a bunch of memes as well, and into a whole ton of fun. Well, and we're going to do a reaction to Deltarune Chapter 2 theories before Chapter 3 and 4 hit, to see if these theories will hold value in Chapter 3 and 4. We'll see it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Deltarune experience. It was a lot of fun so far. And yeah, I have to put up the game real quick. Before we get into it, we're going to explore the town. And then we're going to continue from where we left off. Come on. Idea switch. Turn on, please. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I've also added a bunch of new memes to it, to the start screen, because why the fuck not? Those made me laugh the hardest, especially the Birdly one from Toby Fox. When he said he did playtests, here we go. Chapter 2's development is going well. I had a friend try a demo version. She enjoyed it a lot, and she said that Birdly is her favorite character. And someone said, "Can you please kill off Birdly?" And literally said, "I didn't mean it." in the next part. But yeah, we're going to continue Chapter 2 real quick. Let me pause here. But yeah. Continue from Chapter 2. Yes. Woohoo! Bang. Yeah, we saved in my castle town. Here we go. We saved in the castle town with everyone. Let's explore the castle town, and then we explore the overworld, the light world, a bit more. I hope I can provide you valuable voices today. Nubert's had a wild ride. Time to settle down. Give my riches to the weak. Most popular Nubert. With this windfall, I've ceased to be spherical. Nubert, you're one of a kind. That's cute. Oh boy, I'm trashy, huh? I bet I'm gonna make a lot of new friends. I don't know, dude. Ho ho, who is this guy? He's scary. How about a strawberry cake as a room warming gift? There's a slice of cake in your fridge, Susie. But it's not cauldron fresh. Okay, that's literally the same dialogue. Door is locked. Bottom floor, living quarters for bad guys. It's violently protecting the jail. We're still behind boss for some reason, but it's okay. We've grown to love this hellish place where we dress as animals. I think that dialogue is the same. I think we get new stuff here, right? You may have bested me, but you'll soon face someone more fearsome, more tyrannical than you could ever imagine. Queen? We've already met her. What? Whoa, nice hamster wheel! So you too have come to humiliate me? No, I'm serious, it's cool. That water bottle, however. Do not speak ill of the royal water bottle. It's nothing compared to the one at my mansion. Materialistic as always. Materialism evaluation denied. I simply give myself the treatment I deserve. You sleep curled up on a dirty throne every day. Enough, wench. What purpose have you here, Queenie Beanie? Just thought I would send a message, Kingy Wingy. That you don't have to worry about Lancer. I will be looking after him from now on. After all, I am his mother. When was that decided? Arbitrarily right now. Do what you please with the boy. But if he cries, bounce him on the ground like a ball. I think it's time to abort this conversation. As you wish. Oh ho, quite sorry, my king. Queen have a new man about town now. Who? Yahoo! I don't know, I can't do the queen voice today. I think I left my puzzle on. Post haste! Who was that? I don't know, the queen voice does elude me today. That's my son's lesser father. Can it calculate someone? Oh, my voice breaks today really hard. Let me drink something real quick. Can it calculate someone less than you? Begone! Bye-bye, Kingy Wingy. By the way, did you want anything from the store? Cashews. Butter processed? They are kind of... he is kind of a hamster, isn't he? We have nothing to discuss. Yeah, dude. But yeah, it's fun to have all this in Castletown. This maybe isn't the best thing in your room. It's a trash can. Here, Kris, I used to make another man. Okay. It's a bed that's carefully crafted. It's suitable for a bed inspector. Oh yeah, we got the moss. Let's look at the moss. Jealous of my cool statue, Kris? Huh? What? No, it's not me. It's just cool. I don't think that much changes here. And I don't think anything changes in Lance's room. But yeah, the cartoon splat noises. Susie, Kris, toothpaste boy. Queen is teaching me all sorts of things about being a bad guy. She's like, how do I put this? A third father to me. A girl dad, if you will. You mean mom? Welcome this entire castle is now my room. I was going to set up something upstairs. Why, I already have everything I could ever want. Friendship, fans, and a small round boy. Now go and play with your friends, Peach Boy. Peach Boy, Peach Boy. Kris, to give Noah my regards. Any leftover regards you can give to Burnley. I keep ending up in this situation. Can't say I'm a fan, or can I? Go outside and play, Peach Boy. Peach Boy, Peach Boy. God damn it. Well, that does that. It's a manual. Nope. After a long day, the town has grown once again. You're filled with a certain power. They're still not calling it determination, by the way. We've had a brief glimpse of determination earlier. Thanks for getting rid of Queen. Yeah, this form is much cooler, so I'm keeping it. Let's look at the shop. Hee, welcome, traveler. Let's talk. Well, what have we here? You managed to find another shadow crystal? Oh, is that so? That salesman had found the crystal in the old machine. I wonder if perhaps long ago that old machine was very important to someone. A certain Lightner, perhaps. Or maybe it's just a hunch, huh? At any rate, it's truly unfortunate that Darkner decided to steal that power. Or is it fortunate? Because of that, you found a new crystal. Here, let me hold on onto that for you. Huh? Game? 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 Okay. Is that because this went on? Weird. Sorry, I have to set this out. Oh wow, now we have free on. We don't need free controllers. I don't know what it is, but free controllers is way too much. Seriously? What the fuck? Switch? What is going on? I have no idea what my Switch is right now doing. Let's go to the cafe. Good evening, boss. Today's meal is crisp. That's a hex code. It's been deep fried with the finest JPEG artifacting. I hope it suits your palate. Palate. Good evening, boss. We found a strange hooligan trying to turn the cafe into a second bakery. He was spinning and crying as my men carried him out. We do not predict any further difficulties. Now please, you've worked hard, boss. Relax and enjoy yourself. Seems well behaved. Boss, this cafe is so unrefined, so plain. Why don't we make it into an animal cafe? You can be one of the animals too, boss. We can check recruits, by the way, here. Dislike, vacuum. What they like and dislike, it's actually funny. Likes, new wave synth pop. Dislike, mismatched socks. Like, pretending to be a tire, losing momentum. To put into personal relationships. Young masters, thank you for such a wide space to clean. The people here have such clean hearts as well. Tsukiri. Nice to make friends that like good, clean fun. Tsukiri. Oh, what a wonderful place, thank you. This town, not that restaurant. It looks weird. I'm not going in. Oh, welcome home. Things have changed again here in Trilightning Town. I wonder if she'll be back. Hey, boss, we're just reminiscing about fighting you. Haha, that's right. They took so long on their turn. What? A horned girl? I never got to see her. Who's that tall, dark, and kind of creepy person? You mean the werewire? The neck just looks so fluffy. So, like, I care. She wants to rub her face in it. Looks like it won't forgive you for sparing it, unless you can beat it in a fight. My power level is falling behind the others. All I can do now is gasp and comment on the battle. Hey boss, how can I help ya? We got some new challenges as well. Chapter 2 All-Stars, and Task Manager says... Holy fuck. Chaos, chaos. No, no, order, order. D, T, okay. B, A, god damn it. Yeah. A, B, A. C, A, B. C, A. D, B, C. An amazing battle. As promised, here's your reward. $250. Chapter 2 also. Face everyone in a row. It'll take some stamina. Sure. Round 1. Yeah, that's true. That could be the case. We're going to pacify. I think we should be fine with this challenge, right? Yeah, apparently. Pop-up. Ambulance. We can block the pop-up. Let's use S action and R action on the ambulance. Susie lies about her health. Frosty washes his hands. Oh god. Oh god, that's quite some... Okay, we can get rid of pop-up. Maybe we should actually take care with Kris, spare the pop-up, and spare the ambulance. Yeah, the Shadow Crystal corrupted my Switch for whatever reason. I don't know. No, it was actually the problem that I have every time, because the other controllers magically, for whatever reason, keep turning on. And then the game kind of uses the last controller that got turned on as the main controller you're going to use right now. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. Task, task, and mouse. Wait, if we go... We could go trap all, right? Oh, we only caught one cat. You know what? We're going to do another trap all, but Susie can spare the task. I caught the same one again. This time I'll get it. There we go. spare mouse, and we'll say defend. Okay, we need to make this one colder. The others can defend. Oh god. Then we make this one warmer 2 stages and spare at least 2 of them. There we go. But yeah, today we're going to go over a few over a few theories. You know what? I want to use Heal Prayer on Ralsei. Final round. 2 wires. Be tough. And Ralsei can use Heal Prayer. You and Susie told Whereby you'd beat them up. The air crackles with fighting spirit. Oh god. Smells like a lightning strike. How does that smell like? Oh, Ralsei smiles sweetly. There probably will be a boss rush mode in the future, I feel like. God damn it. I'm pretty sure they will make a boss rush mode down the line. Heal Prayer on Kris. Yeah, that's a little bit too much bullet hell for me. We're going to be tough, and then Ralsei will spare him. I'll need to see how this game plans out, honestly. I feel like it's going to be a great... It probably smells like burn, yeah, I have to agree. But yeah, I'll have to see how Chapter 3 and 4 turn out. With things like these, with games like these, where I'm super hyped about it, I'm always a little bit nervous, you know? But so far Toby Fox hasn't missed, so I definitely think it's going to be good. You know? An amazing battle. As promised, here's your what? Tension Gem. Congratulations, boss. You defeated all the challenges. I have nothing more to teach or give you, but you're welcome and get some practice in. Okay. Let's visit the top bakery. Mamma mia, I was rejected from the cafe, but what can I do now? I can only generate 1 spin cake, okay. Uh-huh, I'm Chef Lancer. Try my delicious hand-formed cookies. They are free for a price. What's the price? $0. Fuse items. We can make a silver card. Aren't we supposed to have? We have a glow wrist and we have an iron shackle, so we can make a spike band. Tension bow. Gain 10% more tension from grazing bullets. Big shot bow tie and tension bits. Twisted sword. Thorn ring and pure crystal. Okay, spike band. Really fuse it. Let's make the spike band. We can make a silver card just because we want to. One thing that I would like, I think the pink ribbon and white ribbon would work. Big shot bow tie on intention bit. Storage. What do we have in storage? We have a tension bit in storage. And I think Big Shot Bowtie should be equipped right now, right? The pink ribbon is equipped. Definitely. Wait, we don't have a Big Shot Bowtie? I did not buy a Big Shot Bowtie. That sucks. Well, we're going to equip Javel's Tail and the Deal Maker onto Kris. While we're at it. A little bit sad that I didn't get a Big Shot Bowtie. I can't go back. Yeah, let's fuse the twin ribbon. God damn it. Yup. Pretty sure the silver cards are going to fuse into gold cards later. Down the line. But let's equip ourselves with we also can use the twin ribbons. Try around my horns. I forgot that they do have dialogue at the bottom. They have dialogue at the bottom if you equip something. So for example, do they take credit? And try around my horns. I'm a prickly prince. God damn it. I just noticed it right now. Oh, my first static key? I think that's what Rossi wants to say. Chainmail. Dice brace, glow wrist, mannequin, spike bands, a brooch engraved with Queen's face. Careful on the sharp part. Spike band. Can't say no to spikes. God damn it. So we have a royal pin. We actually have two. How did we get two royal pins, by the way? Oh, interesting. It seems like so many things with Ralsei are reminiscent of Asriel. Thanks a lot for the lovely city. It's nearly as good as the one I made in Minecraft. I need to mine 1,000 blocks of obsidian to make a dog 3 colors. God damn it. That is so true. Ooh. We're building up the area to be a bit more board-like. The pond man will be happy too. Or something. I'm a worm. I don't understand taxes and values. God damn it. What? Who did this to my mannequin? As your prince, I demand someone fix this. Is anybody listening? I was listening. Don't yell from across town. Hey, Lancer. Hi, Susie. God damn it. If Noelle was here, she'd probably dress it up like a Christmas tree. Huh? Why am I thinking that anyway? Hi, welcome to stream. I'm fine. I'm fine today on this beautiful day. Looks like it costs money just to have a free sample. This place is a great deal. All kinds of new customers. Want a free sample? Just $4.99 to try a bite of these clothes. God damn it. I've been training. Don't ask what I've been training though. It seems to be locked. It may never open again. That's actually interesting. That's sad to hear. I hope you feel better soon. Play music. Oh yeah, that's the music. Fuck yeah, Christmas music. Hip shop. It's pronounced rules. I love the I see. I see you've got a Sans profile picture. That's fine. Sound Studio. Lantern. Wait, but that's not all of the music. Queen? Cool mixtape. There's music missing. Good song. You know what? Let these cartoon splat sound make you feel better. Oh, nice. I still haven't beaten the Sans fight, by the way. Ever. But I will play Undertale at one point on the channel. Nice town, Chief. I think we're gonna like it here. Cool city. As thanks, you can listen to all sorts of songs here. Don't think it'll be cheap though, it's free. What? Okay. Yeah, it seems like it. Well, let's say goodbye to our town and return to the light world. Door is locked. Oh yeah, we can probably... Computer wallpaper's updated. It's a picture of your brother and you playing video games. Your brother is using the knockoff controller. Oh, that's sweet. It's an orange. It's unknown if it's safe for teachers to eat this. Kids' books. Some of them used to be yours. The fun part is... And that's probably got to do with Toby Fox's teaching us. This tutorial is written in cursive on a dry erase board. Seems like it has been erased in a long time. You uncapped the scented green marker. It's almost dry, but that gives it a refined aged apple bouquet. What? It's composed of several basic shapes. Circle, oval, square, hyperdodecahedron. Important. The throne of the gods grows higher. Is this hubris? God damn it. The throne of the gods. It's your locker. This used to be a brother's locker. I don't think there's anything new. Do you like breathing? Moving fast with or without legs, but usually with legs. Okay. I think we examined all of this. Oh, Temmie is still here. You check the time. It seems to be not time for class. Computer wallpaper is updated. Okay, nothing changed here. Tem, still stubby hard. Tem get smart, go to college, achieve dream. Then Tem become, as if he could even envision it. The eggs you have collected so far, there's 2. You do you, Tem. And they know about my eggs. The game knows about my eggs that I collected so far. I think we explored the library. Let's go to the town hall. Well, if it isn't the teens, our beloved rats of the city. You wanna get into politics? Heh. You better graduate from diaper school first. That's what I did, and look at me now. I don't even work here. This briefcase is full of diapers, or to the pros, diaps. You're gonna have to level up to understand a man's world. Oh, I'm sorry, you're looking for the mayor. She's very, very busy preparing for the festival. That bald guy keeps trying to show me something from his briefcase. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's the narrator doing it, but it's kind of weird. Is it a bribe? I'm really deep into politics now. Put me in, coach! Put me in! We tried to play baseball, but that kid kept dancing in the middle of the lot. I don't feel like there's any way to stop him. If I can't stop him, should I join him? No. Having a wide open space is great for us kids. Sometimes it's good to get your freak out. And sometimes it's bad to get your freak out. Mr. Spot. Nothing like admiring the great paint job me and my bro did on the church. Yo, the church is actually very progressive, honestly, for allowing homosexual marriages. You know, I have to commend that, you know. I'm not Jerry, I'm Terry. I'm super cool. I totally don't have to go to the bathroom. God damn it. Oh, Terry, say it again, say it again. Say you don't have to go to the bathroom again. Oh my god. I swear to god, whenever these ice creatures... Hopefully, yeah. I swear to god, these ice creatures, when they are going to come in, like when we have Snowy as one of the main protagonists, and these weird ice creatures, I'm going to skip all the dialogue. Gerson Boom Memorial Bench. Throughout my career, some of the best ideas came from dreams. Take a rest here if anyone asks your writing. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Snowy and all of these ice creatures. So, this is your idea of hanging out, Kris? Going to the graveyard? Works for me, I guess. Oh my god, please don't. Muddler, a big bone for the leader of the pack. Crystal, a snowy gemstone for a proud mother. Gerson, renowned historian, author, and teacher. Kris, welcome. Did you seek something from me? Let's talk about Gerson. It's been a few years since my father passed on. Fans of his famous book series, Lord of the Hammer. We still receive condolences from them until just recently. A brave man, brilliant and sharp. Kris, it is a shame you were not able to have him as a teacher. And difficult for Miss Alphys as his replacement. Let us pray that the angel would smile upon her. Honestly, one thing that I have a theory on, and it's just from the original legend that Ralsei gives us. I'm currently theorizing that the world outside of this town is actually already destroyed. That's my big theory. Because it literally says in the legend, like, 3 heroes will appear once the world is destroyed, but only after the world is destroyed. Probably, yeah. Like, it literally says in the thing that the world is getting destroyed, and then 3 heroes appear at the world's edge. So probably this is like a very remote town at the world's edge, whatever. And I think the outside is doomed. That's why the internet is not working as well. That's my theory. Give it or take it. I've not seen anyone from the town really leave town. Maybe that's why Azriel has become a Darkner. You know? That's why Azriel would be a Darkner, because he has been like... Or maybe he isn't even a like Ralsei isn't a Darkner, he's just Azriel who's mimicking as a Darkner to get Kris and Susie to do what he wants. You know? Azriel. Kris, your brother, he's a very kind young man. Perhaps even a little overzealous in his younger days. It could be that, like, most places in the outside world have already, like, been destroyed. You know? And turned into dark worlds or whatever. He would visit me often to confess to various sins, despite the absence of sin or confession in our religion. I remember his small face sobbing as he admitted that he had... Yeah, that's what the legend says, but for whatever reason it hasn't happened yet, from what we know, but it might have already happened on the outside and just no one knows about it. Because this town is just so remote. I remember his small face sobbing as he admitted that he had dropped the lizard in the pit to jump high, nearly omitting the fact that he had done so in a video game. He also confessed to various sins on your behalf, begging for your forgiveness for dropping the lizard on purpose. No, Yoshi! No! I would always forgive him and send him home. As per the ritual, a hammer is buried in the earth here to symbolize his existence. To connect the spirit to the divine. Originally a smith by trade, he began writing history and made a turn into telling stories as a means to entertain his children. But such a story, created for such a simple purpose, could blossom into such a large, wonderful, world-changing thing. That is the majesty of words, Kris. My father was blessed to have such a talent for writing. But yeah, but also dropping Yoshi in the pit on purpose means Kris is a pro gamer. You heard Alvin mumbling to himself as you walked away. Were you proud of me, father? And is it right for this hammer too? Honestly, I've not seen it. Let's go down here. The mysterious door over here. You think it's true? You really think there's... What? You chicken? Huh? You like... You got a beak and wings like chicken? Honestly, I've actually not seen it. The music is actually very unsettling. Yeah. What? You chicken? Haha, you got beak and wings like a chicken? No, just... I ain't afraid. Only kids believe that stuff. But Kris... You gotta be a weenie like Kris. You wanna say that again? Susie didn't see her there. Wow, really something scary in there, huh? Sounds to me like you better worry about what's out here first. You okay, Kris? What's the deal with this place? Well, you don't gotta talk about it. I don't think she feels very different. I think it's her character development that she underwent, and probably because she has been thinking about a lot of what happened. And she actually embraces it now. I think it's more of her real personality, and she just loves the fun of it all. Like, she's just having fun for the first time in her life, it feels like. Like, real fun doing something. Maybe it's just me. Uh-oh, Alphys. Hell if I'm going any further. Already close enough on getting banned from school. Don't want to be banned outside from school too. That's a thing, right? There's more police tape. It says, I mean it. It's not clear what is meant by that. Susie is probably my favorite character in this. Hi Kris, getting your project done? Oh, my bike? It's totaled. I had a little crush. You see, there was this police officer, and it's complicated. How are you doing? Let's complain about the police because ACAB, right? Kris, it's no secret the police in this town are. How do I put this? Just, eye candy, I guess. Wait, that came out wrong. I mean, they're symbolic. They barely do anything. It's because of the mayor. There isn't any crime. Makes me wonder if she even needs the police. Or if they're just getting in her way. Sorry, I'm just saying what you already know. Yeah, we don't know a lot about Susie's past. It seems like she doesn't have like a stable home condition or anything from context clues, but yeah. After all, she's your neighbor, right? talk about school. Oh, how's your project going with, Susie? What? You went to library together? With Noelle and Birdley? That's amazing, Kris. And, while you were there, this has nothing to do with me, but the Teen Zone seems to have some good anime reviews, you know. Not sure if you and the gang were checking that out as you studied. Next time you go, you might want to casually bring that up among your fellow teens. I know your dad liked Mew Mew too, at least. Again, nothing to do with me. See ya. See you tomorrow, Kris. There's no school tomorrow, though. Also interesting that tomorrow's no school. So we're not even going to school at the beginning. It's a beaten bike. The horn looks like it might give a honk of despair. Hey, get out of the road. Sorry, bad habit. Anything I can help you with, punk? Dark world? Huh? A super dangerous alternate world in the library? More are appearing. People might fall inside. Haha, listen, punk. Haha, you seriously think I'm gonna believe that? Haha, dark worlds. Haha, seriously? God damn it, I'm dying. Hey, wait! Nah, not again. Looks like I gotta recapture those criminals. Hey, by the way, that yellow glasses lady, is she a teacher? She kinda had an accident earlier with her bike. Just wanted to make sure she was feeling better. So, give her this. You got a heart-shaped box of candies that says "Get well soon." It has "To your bike" hastily scrawled underneath to get the "Get well soon." Look, "Get well soon's all the store ad. Open it and I'll arrest you. Look. I'll even put a note on it. Now stop interrupting me, I gotta go. You got the previously described box of candy with a note on it. But yeah, well cared for flowers. Photos of Chief Undyne and Deputy Napstab look. Undyne is rescuing all of Cadi's family from a tree. Napstab look is also stuck in the trees somehow. God damn it. Now we need a sitcom in this universe, honestly. Like a full-blown sitcom. He skimmed a news article about Undyne. New Police Chief Undyne's explosive debut. Passionate young rookie becomes the new police chief. Though energetic, it may be hard to live up to the legacy. After Ascot Dreamer was removed from the force, there's no need to read anymore. Oh, jailbreak. I'll sound the alarm. I made the jailbreak alarm my mixtape. It's a nice beat to study or relax to while you escape from prison. Toby Fox keeping to himself. Alright, let's go. God damn it. I wanted to give this chocolate to Alphys. Gift chocolate. Kris, what is it that you're giving me? A box of heart-shaped chocolates? Don't worry, by the way, I'm going to give the characters that are going to appear next chapter, probably is, in the next chapter, a new voice or something. But yeah, I'll have to think about something. Whoa, whoa, no, I can't accept that from you. What? It's from the police? You mean she's giving me this get well soon gift to my bike? And there's a note on this that says, open this and I'll arrest you, you little punk. Kris, I tell her I appreciate it. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the hospital. Here to make an appointment? Nah, just here to hang out. I see. Whoa, Kris, you can play the piano? I almost thought you were serious for a sec. What's with that pissed off look? Oh. Maybe Kris can actually play the piano. The beats on the toy march on. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he can even play the piano. I mean, he was searching for piano tutorial, right? Maybe, or it's just they can't play whenever we're in control. Because, basically we are in control now, not Kris. So they probably can't move the fingers like they need to play the piano. That's what I'm guessing. Silver Drake, I've never beaten this boss before. Alright, hand it over, honey, I got this. No, Dad, this is my battle. So, how about just telling me what to do? Sure, how about trying Fire Shock? I'd love to, Dad, but the mage left the party. Oh yeah, how about your 99 blaze potions? I'm saving those? For what? Your birthday? Come on, live a little. Okay, Dad, this one's for you. Hiya! It reflects fire attacks. Haha, whoops. Hey, you gotta heal. I wish I knew healing magic in real life. Then I'd make you better and it wouldn't just be me and Mom. Your mother is... Hey, it's okay, sweetheart. I'm getting better. Might even be able to go to church tomorrow. Really? Are you sure you're okay? Holidays happen whether you like it or not. Even though everyone likes holidays. Well, gotta go home soon or Mom will call. See you tomorrow, honey. Bye, Dad. Love you. Susie, why are you here? Hell if I know. Sorry guys, this game's only one player. Dad, this is, Susie? Oh, this is Susie. Susie, nice. Heard a lot about you. You, have? Cool, I think I have to go now. Susie, huh? Yeah? Lay a finger on her and I'll kick your ass. Huh? Haha, just kidding. Well, kinda kidding. Whoa, the hell is bringing you goddamn flowers. Hey, what's wrong with a married man getting flowers? So, your wife gave them to you? Nah, I'm messing with ya. Kris's old dad did. I'm not gonna try to understand this. Flowers? I'm not trying to heal, man. I'm trying to heal, man, not get hay fever. Should Kris tell him to stop? What? Hell no. When did I say that? It's a chair. Damn it all, Kris. You really love that sync, huh? That's sync 2, Rudy 0. Don't worry, I'm gonna pull it back. You wait. Patient name, Rudolph Rudy Holiday. Hey Kris, you forget my name or something? Sorry, I used up a lot of energy just now. Probably not gonna very fun to talk to. Thanks for visiting though, Kris. And you too, Susie. Current situation. Seems like I need some more tests. So just gotta wait it out. They can't keep me down for too long, baby. Sooner or later I'm busting out of here. Besides, your dad ain't much without his main man. What is it, Christmas? Look, Kris, can't say much, but Noelle might look like she has it all. But her mother, you know. Love her, but she's tough on her. Normally I balance it all out. but I can't do much when I'm not there. But I'm gonna get better. I have to. Hey Kris, she's a nice girl, huh? The hell you taking her here for? Why didn't you take her to the movies? Hey, yeah, the hell we didn't go to the movies, Kris. Yeah, and take me too while you're at it. Yeah, Kris, come on. Kettle corn, Kris, big, don't skimp out. God damn it. It's a regular sink. It's a clone of another sink. A very small obligatory piano is hiding inside. Looks like she's resting her voice. It's a classic 1 to 10 pain scale using Icy as a model. At 0 pain, he's happy. At 10 pain, he's happy and sweating. I forgot about all this. I can? Let me check the angel doll. Here we go. So, why do you collect creepy dolls? Hey, Noelle and her sister made that respected. Noelle's sister? Oh. We don't know what happened to her, right? That's the police where we were. Pretty much we don't know what happened to her. Let's start from this. I just want to go home, but I'm still stuck in a traffic jam. Even though it's only one other person. This is great parking place. I can see myself settling down here. It's the trouble with cars. If you want to do donuts, you have to prepare for jam. God damn it. Home is where the car is. Sure. Double icy pizza. Great. Ice Wolf, big customer. Ice Wolf, maybe only customer. Ice Wolf thinks Icy cute. Ice Wolf, big fan. Wow, my coworker seems so energetic lately. I don't know what's happened, but seeing him happy makes me happy too. Oh, a customer, would you like a blue soft serve? The pizza sauce is boiling red, bubbling, burning like my blood yearns for battle. I, the warrior, shall show it. The wizard's fists. God damn it. Little buddy, you aren't gonna believe this. I've got a girlfriend. Asriel. You've got to tell Asriel right now. He's gonna be so proud of me. Huh? What's she look like? Ah, little buddy, how do I put this? I don't actually know. I haven't met her in real life. But from the way she texts... God, little buddy, she must be stacked. Lie and say you want to hear more. So far, she's a perfect girl, little buddy. She loves pizza and bikinis. And to top it off, she sent me a picture of herself wearing a pizza bikini. Little buddy, perhaps it is uncouth, but look at this, goddamn. Several pixels that vaguely resemble a zoomed-in JPEG of a pepperoni pizza. Yes, I know what you're thinking, little buddy. Her camera is not of the highest caliber. But to a scholarly man of the world like myself, this is what love looks like, little buddy. Try a new chocolate pizza. Melts in your pants, not in your mouth. God fucking damn it. QC's Diner. Whoa, go in there if you want, but I'm staying here. Caddy's working in there today. She hates me. So what if I took Chalk Boy's hat once? I look cool. Chalkington fans. They're crazy, man. Just ignore them. I know. They're embarrassing. Why are they even here? Because they care. Then they can care somewhere else. What? Golden hair, starry eyes. She's the light. Laughing in the night. Taught her. Protection spells. Showed her occult findings. But lately, she slips into the darkness. Kris, you walk among the dark. Protect her. from Susie. I'm talking about Susie. By the way, there's some weird connection with Susie and the cats in town. I've noticed that before, but it's really, really weird. Chuckington, pure boy, heart of gold, curiosity high, intelligence low, fetches frisbees, dress him up, carry in a bag, precious boy, don't know why. Dad, mom, sister, ukulele, football games, soap operas, yelling, standing on tables, afraid of vacuums. Stupid, loud, very loud. Kris, you and I studied occult together. Incantation for silence. Find it. Tell me. To tell you the truth, I thought this was the post office, but by the time I realized I'd already sat down. I'm not hungry, so I've just been telling the waitress I'm still deciding for a few hours now. How am I supposed to get out of this one? God damn it. Our little catty, she's doing us proud. Working hard, supporting us. Serving us pickles, terrifying us with their shape. Trying to get us to leave. Proud of her. Woo, Cuddy, you go, girl. Show those customers who's boss, little lady. Kick their touche. Woo, beat them down. You got this. My favorite meal gotta be cat food pancakes. And the fish with bones that looks like it's from a cartoon. Hey, hon, how did you like the hot chocolate? Well, I'm gonna take it that means you enjoyed it. Take it easy, okay? I'm sure your brother will be back in no time. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been getting stronger. You could say I'm bulking up for the winter. Oh boy, I love bulking. This guy next to me, he's really bulked up. I admire that. I don't know if you do that, bulking up for the winter. Oh my god, my little sis is so cute in her outfit. Chrissy, like, listen to the song I made about her. Caddy's the best, Caddy's the best. She curses me every day, glares cause I'm in her way. Caddy's the best sister ever. Haha, anyway, what's up, Chrissy? It could be that their hat is 1 pixel taller. Talk more. Oh my god, Chrissy, you're not going to believe this. I was at the beach playing ukulele, right? And like the green alligator evil neighbor girl, like invaded and started like playing my song with me. Oh my god. Like, it was so fun. Wait, isn't she like my enemy? Don't talk more. Wow, Chrissy, you're like in a rush, huh? Okay, don't get stuck in a tree. Caddy's my friend, and I support my friends through thick and thin. Long and short, cold and hot. Whatever shape the world takes, I'll be there. I think probably the next characters we're going to have stories on in the Dark World are probably going to be Toriel and Undyne. Maybe not, maybe Napstablook. You know. You kids came out of the library, didn't you? Studying. How wonderful. Personally, I hate libraries, but... Knock, knock, knock. Faintly, faintly, a trousel growing further away. What does this mean, Toby? What does this mean, Toby? Give me some answers. Hey, Kris, this free milk, it's amazing. It just magically refreshes itself overnight. So, I'm guessing Susie has no sleeping place. Really. She has some history with the cat people, I feel like. But she doesn't have a sleeping place. It seems like. Because she's drinking the milk every night that Alphys puts out. Maybe, yeah. Like, little Chrissy, yeah, that guy at the pizza place. God, what was his name? Pizza Pants? Heard he got, like, a super hot girlfriend. What was her name? Like, Pizza Rena? Anyway, what do you, like, wanna talk? Chrissy, like, guess what? Today, I, like, went to the beach to play my uke, and, like, guess who was already there? That copycat playing the same song I wanted to play. Oh my god, cat on a beach, grody. Did she, like, get lost looking for the litter box? So, like, I tried to, like, play the same song too. To, you know, assert my ukulele dominance. And we end up, get this, playing the whole song together. Like, oh my god, who does this girl think she is? She thinks she can just, like, harmonize with me? I can't stand her. I'm a real alligator, aren't I? God damn it. Oh my god, like, so sweet. You have a nasty, dirty little friend. Oh my god. But, like, this is my polluted alleyway, so, like, I think I might have to go to the mayor and get a traffic sign that says, like, no +1s, because, like, okay. Fuck you, bitch. Sorry. that was uncalled for. Oh, like you, like, just listen to, like, alleys. Oh my god, like, me too. I love alleys. Like, don't even think you can like them as much as me. Hey, that's my trash from other people's houses. Like, privacy much? God, living with Azzy made you weird. Fuck you. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, Kris, is that great, huh? We're not hanging out with Susie, with you. Kris, Susie sucks. Why didn't you stop her, huh? Poor Susie. That knocking, it's amateur. You've still got a long way to go. Ooh, is that a human? If humans are made of bones, where the skeletons comes from? So this seems like the doghouse. This seems like it's... This seems like it's the house of the comedians. And this seems like a doghouse. Sometimes the hoofed girl comes in here, opens the freezer door, then stands in front of it, lost in thought. Guess she really likes the cold. Or waffles. Nice. That stuff, it's used half off. What is it? Trash? You can't reach the top rendering, it's impossible to get a basket. You'll never be able to buy something in this state. One was the throne of gods. This is the throne of evils. It's a rack of candy, jerky, and various nuts. See? Jerky's candy, and peanuts too. Actually, they're a legume? Peanuts? Jerky. How about we don't look at anything? That's gonna make him say something stupid. Pickings are looking slim, ma'am. God damn it. It's a bunch of cards and heart-shaped chocolates. Get well soon. I'm glad your bike crashed. Oh my god. Huh. I'm glad your bike crashed is a weird one. It's a sign for Jockington fans. Seems popular. There's some car magazine on the racks. It might be fun to look at them. But there's other people around. Icy's Pizza Pin-Up magazine. Hot and fresh cheese pepperoni, just like in your dreams. A pizza pix, now with 3 pixels or more in hot spicy resolution. It's a fluffy dog magazine. The inside has samples like fragrance ads, but it's all different dog fur for you to touch. Hey, don't out the ads! Honestly, it's really interesting that Kris seems to like cars. But it seems like Kris really wanted to read the car magazine, but there's people around. Seems like he's into cars. That they are into cars, sorry. Hey, I forgot something. Why? I think I left my eggs on the counter. Guess your memory's not what it's cracked up to be. Hehe. There's really egg on my face now, is there? You're excused. Now it sounds as if you're egging me on. Egg on or egg off, I expect a lot from you. Well, I'm exceptional, he. And don't forget your ex-husband. Hello, Asgore. Sorry, I didn't expect to see you here, but I have some extra flowers and I was wondering if... Oh, I was just about to go, actually. Sure, home is where the heart is, huh? So when Asriel comes home... Yes, we should all discuss that together soon. Honky donkey. Say hi to Kris for me. Of course, have a nice day. It seems also like Kris idolizes his father quite a bit. He actually likes his father. Is it just me that feels like this? He doesn't just hate Asgore. You know? It doesn't seem like he hates Asgore that much. You know? I don't even would say feel pity. I think he just likes his father still, even though what happened. And might feel a little bit of resentment for his mom, the way she treats him. You know what I want, Bone Man? Yup. Free pickles. Why? Thank you. Can I ask? What kind of flowers do you think would make her remember how she felt before? Maybe you should talk to your plants about that. Don't worry, they're the first ones I asked. They're such good listeners, you know. Flowers. Well, yeah, nothing like a captive audience. Yeah, haha. I even keep them in glass. Like that movie. Yes, it's very similar to that movie. Well, have a good one. I'm trying. That was painful to see. Hey, Kris. Never mind. Yeah. Various frozen bagels and treats. Hey, Kris, wanna see if we can fit inside? If you just crouch down under the waffles. Damn, think someone's looking. Yeah, I'm a sicko that looks at all the milks to find the best expiration date. Yeah. You got something about it? Can your family not come in here when I'm looking at milk? Seems like there's more eggs here than usual. Oh, eggs? Eggs. It looks like a normal basket of fruit, but when you reach in, it's incredibly deep and holds all sorts of things. What? Looks like a normal palm tree, but it's chock full of useful groceries. Grapes, melons, oranges, and the scent of fresh pineapples. Hey, what's up? Occupation. Hey, you the boss around here? Me? I'm just a janitor. Then where's the cashier? Cashier? We don't have one. Then who do we buy stuff from? Me. Then that makes you the cashier. Nope, I'm the janitor. Does it? I'm just filling in. Are there any other employees? Nope. Then why don't you hire someone else? Whoa, you think I can afford that on a janitor's salary? I don't know. Buy things. Hey, welcome to the convenience store. You wanna buy something? Put it in a basket and bring it here. In case you didn't know what a store was. Sorry kid, the brother thing's gonna have to wait. How long? Maybe a day, maybe another 2 years. Who's keeping track at this point? Fuck. Nothing. Take it easy. That stuff it's used half off. What is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't seem to have the egg in my items anymore. So yeah, apparently it's still a bug. So, you know. Yeah, we've gone through that. 2 years or maybe 4, yeah. Oh my god, the city is so huge. There's some kind of scratching and hissing inside. My brother's too old to take for a walk anymore. I'm aimless. Wish I had someone to whip into shape. What? If you're looking for Blookie, they aren't here. Unless you're looking for someone else. Me? Me? What have I got to say to you? Nothing. Like I'd even recognize a pathetic face like that. By the way, say hi to your dad for me. Wait, don't do that. He doesn't know. Nothing. What? Fine. Wanna talk to someone else? Here. Oh my, someone's here to see me? It's you again, isn't it, darling? Oh my, why do you keep coming to our door? Are you a fan of mine? Haha, as if someone could be a fan of a nobody like me. Well, if you're a fan, could I bother you for a favor? Since the internet went down, I haven't had much entertainment. If you have anything entertaining, darling, could you bring it to me by tomorrow? Huh. It would mean the world to me. Thank you. Almost as if you're a fan of mine. Go home, darling. Closed. I wanted to buy flowers, but the store's closed. The door around back's unlocked, but I don't think I should go in. I saw a bat through the back window. I wonder what the deal is. It's your dad's truck. The floor of the front seat is littered with old papers and country CDs. Oh. It's a metal picnic table. Damn it, my fingers won't fit through the holes. God damn it, Susie. Hey, thought I told you to come alone. You know what? Hell if I'm getting involved in this. Hey, Hyper Potato Mousse. I missed you here. Missed you all day. Did you miss me? Sure, buddy. Oh, I was missed. My existence being acknowledged. Feels good you're here. You're here closely for a second. You're my friend, right? As my friend, do you hear a secret? Sometimes I hear a song at night. Just a little piece of a song, you hear? It sounds like it's coming from under the water, deep. Do you think someone's auditioning for my band? Oh, I'm about to make another friend. I can feel it, you hear? Do you want to hear another secret? I think, maybe. I've heard that song before, coming from the sea. The whole thing. It's not a new song. But I can't remember. I can't remember, you hear? Oh god. I'm going to investigate, you hear? Come back here tomorrow, you hear? Onion is on the case. That's my name, right? See you, Mouse. But yeah, they're already setting stuff up for you to do here. Hey Kris, so do you do weird stuff like this every day after school? But yeah, there's already a lot of stuff to do in the next chapter. There's a door behind the flower shop, but there's flowers blocking the way. Interesting. We won't be able to watch a lot of stuff, by the way. It's an ornate gate. It appears to be locked. There's a cat flap. It's locked somehow. It's a broken grill. It smells like burnt cat food. Maybe. It's your mom's van. Let's go inside. Kris, you're going home? Yeah. Alright. Then, guess it's goodbye for today. See you tomorrow, Kris. Kris, how was studying with your... Why, Kris, is that your friend? Why don't you invite her inside? Kris, I should, probably get going and... I was going to bake a pie. Did you want any? Guess I can come over for a bit. It's actually cute how Susie likes to. And how Susie looks. Feel free to come in. Oh, excuse me. I'm Kris's mother, Toriel. Yes, ma'am. I remember. Oh, you do? And you are Susie, are you not? You remember my name too? Of course, Miss Alphys is a good friend of mine. She often talks about you. Glad to hear it. Kris, the hell is Alphys saying about me? Susie, why don't you go wash your hands over there? Then we can make a pie together. Make it together? But I don't know how to. Do not worry, I can teach you. Okay. Kris, Susie seems like a nice girl. I'm very happy you're friends with her, but... Kris, I heard from Alphys about her behavior. If by any chance she, influences you, leave the chalk alone, alright? Hands, washed. Wonderful, now we can. Oh, Kris, how about you show Susie how to bake it? Kris, you know how to make pie? The hell haven't you made me anything, dumbass? You pie-hoarding piece of... I mean, excuse me, ma'am. Susie, you can just call me Toriel outside of school. Oh, okay, sweet. Huh? Kris? Oh, you need to wash your hands too? Then I suppose I shall teach Susie for now. By the way, that was Kris's reaction, not mine. Susie and I will start getting ready to make the pie. We will. Wait. The TV looks like it's plugged in, but it's dusty. The hell are you leaving me here with your mom? Is this like a, what's it called? An introvert thing? God damn it, Susie. It's a landline phone, but you already have a cell phone. Wait a second. Kris, the phone is going. Would you mind getting it for me while I... Kris, why are you calling our house? It's a trash can. Somehow its fluorescent has increased. Hey, what are those metal people shapes in the cupboard? Like, handcuffs for a little guy's whole body? Haha, those are gingerbreads for gingerbread, Susie. Gingerbread men and gingerbread monsters, of course. Gingerbread monsters, huh? Cool. Gingerbread sounds like something Noel would like. Huh? Noel? Nothing. Hum. She's sneaking sugar right out of the bag. Oh my god. Everything in this fucking house is going to become darkness, isn't it? Susie? Oh, what? My pie, my rules. Got it. Kris, no sneaking ingredients until you wash your hands. Don't worry, Kris, I'll sneak stuff instead. I can't wait until we fight the apple scented shampoo. Or what was it? What was the other one? It's a bathroom sink. Will you run the tap? No. Then the tap will be waiting until you choose to run it. The game's not letting me outside. No need for it. No need. Oh, wow. It seems like Kris has a little bit of control. A little bit, actually. It's a bathroom sink. Will you run the tap? Yes. Started to run. It's making a lot of noise. Maybe it's because it's close to being dark outside, yeah. Maybe. That's what it is. What are we doing, Kris? Well, let's get us to the flower. So, that's this bag, and you just... Oops. Susie, you have flour on your nose. I meant to do that. Thought you would stop to smell the flour, eh? Achoo, come on! Now on to the next part. So, where the heck is Kris? Oh, Kris does this sometimes. Well, they should hurry. I'm getting sleepy. Do you know what they call a sleeping Susie? Huh? What? They would call her a snoozy. Then I guess you'd be Snoriel. Snoriel. Snoozy and Snoriel. You really like that one, huh? Wasn't it funny? Alright, where the hell is Kris? Toriel? The pie is nearly done. Oh, the sugar. Wait, here a moment. I left it in the car. Okay. Their hands are clean. Well, they did wash their hands. Hey Kris, hurry up next time. We're already almost done. So, what's next? Oh, the pie. We already worked quite hard, have we not? How about we finish it later? Maybe, yeah. Okay. Then, guess I'll walk home. Oh, no, there's no need to do that. Oh, actually, Susie, would you like to stay over? Huh? I mean, if it's okay, then... Here, look at this. Our couch is used to being used as a bed. It's not perfect, but we could all sleep out here. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Splendid. I will make sure everything is in order. Just call your parents, will you not? Yeah, of course. And she immediately backs off. So, what the hell is a sleepover? Damn, I haven't had one of those in forever. Huh. Hey Kris, it's not like someone has to tell you to sit, right? There, chill out for a sec. So, now what? I got it. Maybe between the pillows here. There, I knew I'd find the remote in there. You can always find good stuff wedged in the couch. Jeez, it's dusty. When did you last use this thing? Well, who cares? Let's just watch TV. So, what are we gonna marathon tonight? Blood Crushers 3, Hellbusters, Invasion of the Cat Pedders. Maybe Ice E the movie's more your speed, huh, Kris? Haha. It's been a good day, huh, Kris? You, Ralsei, Lancer, everyone. It's just cool hanging out together, right? That's why, you know, don't you think we should try to have them come to our world? Come on, think about it. How much better would it be? Ralsei could do our homework, Lancer could live under your bed. We could all walk to school together. It'd be perfect, you know? I mean, we'd be unstoppable, is what I'm saying. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that's the attitude. What if Ralsei became a teacher's pet, though? Or not if, just feels like a matter of time, honestly. Well, whatever, as long as he brings me an apple, too. What? Apple shampoo? No, I didn't drink any of that. Well, whatever, let's just get back to watch. She definitely did drink some of the apple shampoo. So, the festival is coming up, right? That thing where the town becomes a carnival? Stupid, right? But, say you had to, take someone. Noel or Ralsei. What should we do with this choice? I don't know. Ralsei is not in our worlds. I think Kris would choose Susie in this one. Huh? Way to dodge the question, dumbass. I mean, if it went obviously, you'd be there too. That goes without saying, right? Look, let's just go back to watching TV. Now this is what I'm talking about. A giant monster movie special. Always liked them better than the giant human movies. Now this is something we can marathon. Are you ready, Kris? For 12 hours of building, bashing, car crunching action. Because we are locked in, got it? I better not see you move until your eyes are bloodshot. Heh. Now, let me just get comfortable here and... There. And she's asleep. Probably, yeah. Susie fell asleep. And Kris fell asleep. You snooze, you lose. Officer, officer. Thank goodness I finally got through. I thought I saw someone prowling around outside. And when I checked our car, the tires looked like they'd been slashed. Officer, if you could please come over. You will? Soon? Thank you. That's why I think, by the way, that Undyne will be in the next chapter. Undyne and Napstablook. And Toriel, obviously. They're already asleep. Oh, Kris, what are we doing? He opens the door, turns on the TV, looks at Susie. And they put their heart in as well. There we go. And this is end of chapter 2. Yeah. So that throws up a lot of questions, right? But yeah, it throws up a lot of questions and got a lot of people theorizing. That scene alone is such a good build-up for chapter 3. Like, we're gonna start chapter 3 in the Dark World, it seems, you know? Immediately in the Dark World. And yeah, I'm guessing Toriel, Undyne, maybe Asgore, I don't know. I don't know why Asgore would be coming over, but yeah. Well, you are a little late. But yeah, as you can see, Deltarune is going to have many chapters. There's my controller. It's going to have 7 chapters, it seems like. Do not. Okay, let me set this up real quick. Before we move on. Okay, There we go. So yeah, we want to capture that one real quick. Yeah, it was super fun, I have to say. Let me quickly put this into sleep mode. But yeah, we're going to continue. We're going to watch a few. We're going to react to a few theories, by the way. Maybe it's setting us up for a subversion. Honestly, I thought the next batch would have chapter 3, 4, and 5 in it. But it's only chapter 3 and 4. So yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have YouTube open on this one. Let me quickly change that. So yeah, we're going to react to... Okay. We're going to react to some videos. I think the first one is... Let me quickly get my thing here. But yeah, I think the first one... Yeah, that might be true. But it also might be that we are getting, like... Chapter 3 and 4, then 5 and 6 and 7, and maybe a secret 8th chapter. I think I know some of these theories already, by the way. I'm just going to quickly... we're not going over the full Spampton sweepstakes. We might do another stream where we react to this. Or maybe I'll record a reaction to it. And upload it as a video. But that's taking too long. First, I want to check out the Snowgrave route, because I already know that one. But yeah. We're going to check out the Snowgrave one.
Hey guys, Super Horror.
Maybe a chapter 0. That would be interesting. The full Spampton sweepstakes is too long, and we only have about an hour left in the stream. So I'm going to react to this one. Then we look at the T theory and the Woody theory. Maybe Kris is not a knight too. Is not the knight. So yeah. But yeah, let's look at this. I know about the Snowgrave route. I know what the Snowgrave route entails. We're just going to go through it because, you know, it's been a while for me too. Let's refresh.
Bro Mike here, and in today's video, we take another look at the creepy side of Deltarune Chapter 2.
Because there's a really
is part 2 of a
dark side to this game as well.
We explore the dark side of Toby Fox's follow-up to Undertale.
And it's one of the
first glance seem
it's one of the most interesting parts of the game, honestly, because it's really interesting because it has huge ramifications. You know? Huge ramifications for the rest of the game.
fairly light-hearted, but in fact contain many disturbing moments hidden within. In part 1, we looked at how to access the secret boss fight, Spampton Neo, and explained his tragic backstory.
And that was, by the way,
today,
the best
things get even
Snowgrave
more
route
sinister as we explore how to unlock Deltarune's genocide route, dubbed by fans the Snowgrave Path. Not only will this video explain how to access the Snowgrave's story path, we will also look at how it changes events thereafter. So sit back, relax, and let's get started.
Ice Shock? Maybe Ice Shock, Noel? Do you want to use Ice Shock?
In order to access the Snowgrave route, a number of deviations from the main story path must be made. This begins after we enter Cyber City and Kris splits away from the other members of their group. We soon meet up with Noelle and she joins our party. When this
so that we get through it quicker
happens, instead of proceeding forward as usual, we must backtrack to the trash zone at the far left side of the area. Noelle makes a joke about already regretting this, which becomes an unsettling foreshadowing for events to come. It isn't long before Kris and Noelle trigger their first enemy encounter. When this happens, rather than using traditional acts of mercy or violence, select a mysterious ability found within Noelle's command menu titled Ice Shock. When Noelle casts this very powerful attack, it freezes enemies to the spot. What's creepy about this is how, after leaving a battle, the enemy remains frozen to the exact spot we found them, forever frozen in time. Continue exploring to the far left until all enemies are frozen in this exact way. Do not use Kris to attack or act at any point, this will void the route. Instead, simply defend, which allows Noelle's TP to steadily rise so she may use her Ice Shock magic on each turn. Our objective is to kill anything we come across with this icy power, with every life being taken by Noelle's hand. When we reach the far side of Trash Zone and approach the sealed door to Spamton's shop, an eerie dialogue is spoken. Noelle asks why Kris brought her here, and follows up by commenting how this place feels creepy, but also mentions how it feels nostalgic. Judging by her sorrowful expression, this dialogue refers to a tragedy from Noelle's past. We're not going to dive too much into theory talk during this video, but it goes without saying that Noelle carries great pain and sadness in her heart.
But yeah.
Once we re-enter the city, things seem far more ominous than before. Enemies now appear in more abundance throughout the streets,
replaces,
yet
by
the
the
busy
way,
city roads are now empty.
Snowgrave
The cars
playthrough,
and
because
many
I'm
of the
not going to do
NPCs vanishing without trace. You'll also notice how Kris himself becomes more controlling and threatening towards Noelle as we play. In fact, in order to truly experience Snowgrave, we must pick the most inappropriate dialogue options. An example of this can be seen here, where the two reminisce of how Kris terrified Noelle on a big wheel many years ago.
I will ride with
Therefore,
you.
she declines Kris's offer to ride with her. Afterwards, we are presented with an option for Kris to speak to himself, stating, "Noelle will ride with me." Noelle seems flustered by this forceful statement and reluctantly agrees,
creepy,
but
honestly.
is also fazed about Kris acting so pushy. Next, walk over to the shoe store vendor and strike up a conversation. The vendor offers the duo some dating shoes. Noelle is quick to clarify that herself and Kris are just good friends. The salesman asks Kris if this is true, and at this point we must select the dialogue option, "We're something else." Once again, Noelle grows confused and worried. Then, as we begin to walk away, the music fades down and the vendor presents us with a mysterious offer.
A ring? Oh yeah.
After being
Stronger
offered the
without good
freeze ring,
equipment,
we
huh?
must have Kris continuously hound Noelle to
Yeah,
get
but
it.
this route
To
is
begin with,
fucked
Noelle
up.
seems happy,
It's
thinking Kris is
seriously
offering to
fucked up.
purchase the ring for her. But upon discovering that neither one possessed the funds to procure the trinket, the conversation begins to grow more and more uncomfortable. Kris insisting that Noelle take the ring by any means necessary. She protests to this act of violence, but with enough pushing, eventually yields. The screen fades to black, and we hear the sound of Ice Shock.
Proceed.
When
the
the screen
freeze ring.
fades back, the vendor is nowhere to be seen.
Whoops.
Noelle seems worried about what she may have done to get the ring, but quickly tells herself that the storekeeper must have given it to them as a gift. Despite this, Noelle buries her guilt, convincing herself it's good to be stronger, and even thanking
The
Kris
video is
for
good
their help.
editing, I have to say.
We can now open our inventory and equip the freeze ring, allowing Noelle to become stronger than ever before. Now she becomes enveloped in a bubble each time a battle is won, taking energy from her prey and growing stronger by the second. As our adventure continues, we notice changes in Noelle's personality. Shortly after completing the force field puzzle, where Noelle must stand on a deactivation switch while Kris crosses over to turn off the other side, she comments how she considers stepping off the switch. This action would of course result in Kris's death. After thinking this, Kris enters her mind and tells her that this way of thinking is natural. Noelle seems shocked that Kris manages to read her inner monologue. She must have been talking out loud, right?
But yeah,
and
it's
just
such a
at that
fucked up
moment,
route.
the
It's
silence is broken as a
incredible.
creepy
You have to
remix of
abuse
the
Noelle
Cyber
pretty
City
hard.
theme starts up.
Like, who would ever figure this out? Seriously.
After reaching the two large roads in the center of the city and heading down the rightmost path, we discover a secret back alley containing a dumpster.
Thanks, YouTube advertisements. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube. You know what? You know what?
However, there are a couple
Going to watch on my channel real quick. There you go. Fucking ads.
of major changes before we
But yeah, I'm going to watch on my channel. I have YouTube Premium on my channel, so we don't get ads. So yeah, I was using incognito window, what I usually use for videos.
reach the ending.
But obviously we get ads
so
for it.
Let's take a look at what's new. The most striking difference in the Snowgrave path is surely its brief duration. After the Birdly boss fight is over, Kris enters a manhole and is taken straight to the Queen's
Wait,
mansion.
we skipped something, right? Yeah, we skipped the whole Birdly boss fight.
Spamton tells us that if all enemies are in a dumpster. When approaching this dumpster, a mysterious voice communicates from inside.
1.25.
The speech patterns will be familiar to anyone who has watched my previous video looking at Spamton and his creepy backstory. Spamton tells us that if all enemies are vanquished, he will show us an irresistible deal. For now we must continue
That's actually interesting
onward.
that
Our
Spamton
next
knows about
destination
this.
is the second mouse puzzle area. Now usually it falls to Kris to solve this puzzle, however on the Snowgrave route it is possible to intimidate Noelle to the point she removes the puzzle entirely. Keep selecting Proceed and the following creepy cutscene plays out.
Proceed. Well, Noelle. Yeah, it's extremely creepy. By the way, we're doing the choices, but it seems like Kris is very eager to do this. I don't know if it's just within Kris or whatever.
Noelle is beginning to reach the point of no return, and now has a very different outlook on how she acts towards
Seems like
things.
Kris is very
when
eager
reaching
to do
the
this.
third mouse-based puzzle, she no longer
I don't
hesitates
know.
and instantly removes the obstacle
Kris is like
before Kris can even attempt
kind
to
of a
solve it.
mysterium.
Noelle comments how this is a good thing, solving puzzles by herself, taking new things for herself, and defeating enemies by herself. She feels stronger each
also
time,
very
yet
RPG
does not remember the
mindset,
horrific thing she
I
has
have to
done
say.
to achieve said power. But Noelle convinces herself if Kris tells her to do something,
Maybe.
then she should do it. Once
Maybe
all
it
enemies
is.
from the city are dealt with, we must return to Spamton's dumpster, where in return for our killing spree, he rewards Noelle with a new ring. This one is labelled Thorn Ring. Equip it and continue to the
You
final
only
stage
get it
of
in
the
this
Snowgrave route. Upon meeting Birdly for the second time and preparing to battle him, things feel far more sinister than on a typical Deltarune playthrough. Noelle is reluctant, but must obey Kris and so prepares to kill her friend.
That's interesting, yeah. Maybe it's just what we want Kris to do. Proceed.
During the Birdly battle, he will only perform a handful of attacks. However, they are more deadly and harder to avoid than his usual roster of abilities. There is no point attacking Birdly, so instead defend as both Noelle and Kris up their TP meter until it reaches its maximum level. Thanks to the Thorn Ring, Noelle has access to a new magic attack known as Snowgrave. Upon selecting this ability, Noelle initially refuses Kris's command, proclaiming she does not know what they are talking about.
Fatal.
As we continue to demand she uses the Snowgrave, Noelle grows more and more pained, pleading for us to stop. But eventually, she gives up her struggle and the following sequence plays out.
Noelka's Snowgrave. Yep.
Noelle suddenly feels unwell and decides to go home. She walks off into the deserted city streets, leaving Kris to observe Birdley's frozen corpse. This is the majority of the Snowgrave route. However, there are a couple of major changes before we reach the ending, so let's take a look at what's new. The most striking difference in the Snowgrave path is surely its brief duration. After the Birdley boss fight is over, Kris enters a manhole and is taken straight to the Queen's mansion. Inside there is no sign of a queen at all, and most of the regular enemies are missing too. All of the Queen's portraits have been altered and now resemble paintings of Spamton. All enemies now belong to Spamton 2, weird bouncing balls known as peepees. Most of the mansion is now closed off, and instead we take the teacup elevator straight to Noelle's room. Susie enters the room, and after a long wait, it is implied she wasn't so PG-13 during her interaction with Noelle this time, hinting at something raunchy occurring within, Susie cheekily whispering to Kris that she'll tell us later. After this, we meet up with the Queen and experience the cutscene that would normally play during her boss encounter. However, this time there is no need to fight. The Queen is quite placid, informed by Rousey that creating a new fountain would be devastating and cause chaos throughout both dark and light worlds alike. So the Queen bails on her evil scheme, becoming an ally and leaving to go and live in Castletown with the other monsters. Instead, Kris must make their way to the fountain alone, but before they can close it up, Spamton appears in his Neo form to stop us. If you check out my Spamton explained video, you'll remember that this corrupted being once lived in the Queen's mansion as a highly successful salesman. He received this success after being contacted by a mystery caller named
we
Mike,
actually missed
a
that
sinister
dialogue.
entity who we theorized appears on the TV at the end of Chapter 2. Mike seems to be working with Gaster in some capacity, and the two infected Spamton's code, turning him into a puppet for their own misdeeds. Now, with the fountain open, Spamton wishes to harness its infinite power for his own greedy gain, and presumably to aid Mike and Gaster in their quest for dominance too. This triggers a long and very difficult battle against Spamton Neo,
Also,
where
Susie
Kris
doesn't
must
want to
win
come
alone.
with us.
By the end
She
of this
actually wants
fight,
to care
Spamton
about
ups his
Noelle.
defense, making it impossible to defeat him. That is, until Kris calls for a little help and Noelle answers. The following sequence playing out as a result.
Oh my god. Yeah, I remember. I remember now. Like, this whole scene is so different.
The friends all awaken back in the safety of the light world. Noelle exclaims that she was dreaming, but it felt more like a nightmare. But not everything is normal. Birdley doesn't wake up. In fact, no one can wake him. He simply lays slumped over the desk, presumed to be sleeping, but is he? When returning to the Dark World and visiting Castletown, Kris and Susie meet up with the Queen, who comments on how empty it feels. When then exploring the town, it is indeed eerily quiet. No monsters were recruited, so everything is silent and the whole place feels like a ghost town. Only the monsters encountered in Chapter 1 remain. When talking to the king, he refuses to get into a proper conversation, simply stating, "You left them behind, didn't you? Just as you left us." But the creepiest part of the Snowgrave path is found upon meeting with Noelle in the hospital. While speaking with her father and playing a portable video game, Noelle mentions using the eye shock ability. Her dad comments on how she is holding the controller and acting a little differently. Noelle claims she has just had a weird dream, but feels fine, although we can tell this isn't the case. When she notices Kris standing at the far side of a room, Noelle acts shocked. She quickly hurries out. This is where things become very strange. As Kris leaves the room, we hear an internal monologue from Noelle, where she alludes to some key information relating to Kris and the entity which takes hold of him during certain points in the story. Here is the sequence in full.
It's just a bad dream. Even so, it was real. I can't get it out of my mind. that voice telling me what to do. A voice unlike Kris's. Terrifying voice. Kris. Recently, there's been something different about them. Why hasn't anyone else noticed it? I have to figure it out. Why Kris is acting so strange. Why they keep coming to the hospital. Huh? Kris, how long have you been standing there? Ooh, you really scared me, you know? Keep it together, Noelle. There's nothing to be afraid of. After all, a dream is just a dream, right? Then why did their voice just now sound so terrifying? Because it wasn't a dream.
As I previously mentioned, this video isn't going to fully dissect the lore or enter into theory talk. We've already run quite long, and there are several quite disturbing possibilities for the direction this story may be headed. These are alluded to by the ending of Deltarune Chapter 2, which remains the same during this alternate story path.
Yeah, the ending...
But I do hope you enjoyed this look at Deltarune's
completely
Snowgrave
remains the
route
same,
and
but...
found it both entertaining and informative. If you
Yeah. Do a like and subscribe to Super Horror Bro. You can find all of these in my upcoming games list. I made a new section. In my encyclopedia section, I have a full list of upcoming games and reaction videos. Let's take a quick look. I have quite the list of upcoming games we're going to play. Maybe, yeah. Current games and finished games with links to the playlist if you want to look at it. And here are the reaction videos we're going to look at. I think we're going to do a Kris is Not the Knight. Let's do Kris is Not the Knight, because I found that very interesting, because a lot of people will immediately jump to Kris is
theory is one of the most controversial theories in the Deltarune fan.
God damn it. Do we have a better one? Maybe? Let's skip that one. I didn't vet that one. That didn't sound like the one I was wanting to do. Let's do this one first. Let's do the T one first.
Deltarune holds many
I honestly don't think that Kris is the knight. There's a few pieces of evidence that I wanted to go over that kind of disprove the theory, right? There's a few pieces of evidence that disprove it. There's endless amounts of possibilities of why Kris is doing it. Like, the chapter was literally speaking about, was literally them trying to make a new dark fountain, you know? You know? But yeah, someone was trying to make a new dark fountain. They were trying to make a new dark fountain, and I think just Kris wants to do it. Maybe they are not the knights. I don't know.
secrets for its players to discover, and one of its most intriguing theories is none other than the tea theory. The tea theory involves a tea shop in Chapter 2 Cyber City that sells one type of tea for each character. Upon drinking the tea,
that one has
each
been
character
really
has
interesting.
a specific reaction depending on whose tea they are drinking, letting us know the relationship they have with that person, which ultimately leads us to one terrifying conclusion about one of the characters when comparing different people's reactions to their tea. tea. Whenever I play a game, it usually involves starting off by reading
Will you-
each and every text
will you
bubble
go
graces
over-
my
will you
screen
go
with its
over all of
gleaming
the
white
teas?
words, only to realize that it's all the same, doesn't matter, and I can just mash that skip button over and over, saving myself the time. But longtime fans of Undertale and now Deltarune know that every spoken word and interaction you have with anything
I should
seems
probably
to be
vet these a little
carefully
bit
written
more.
to teach you more about the world of the game.
But I don't
and
wanna
go so
watch
far as
them
to
beforehand,
alter
you know?
any of the interactions you have. For instance, in Chapter 1, if you talk to Noelle in the post-game, you can tell her that Susie likes to eat chalk, which causes Noelle to give Susie a lunchbox full of chalk at the start of Chapter 2 that you
Yep.
wouldn't have seen otherwise.
We
And this
actually
is no
did that.
different when looking at Deltarune's tea shop. When drinking their own tea, everyone reacts by saying something along the lines of, "Isn't this water?" and receives a measly 10 health points. But when drinking the tea of
Yeah.
another character, they have a unique reaction based off of their emotional relationship to that person and how they view them, affecting both the flavor of the tea and how many points it heals them by, with characters receiving more health points for stronger relationships, and also hinting at something much more about the characters than most people realize. So to get there, let's first examine what happens when drinking Kris's tea. Susie reacts by enthusiastically saying, "Heck yeah, apple juice," and receives a large amount of HP, being 120. Rousey says,
Okay, so yeah, Susie seems to like Kris quite a bit. And she associates him with Apple because of his apple scented shampoo, right?
tastes like blueberries, also receiving 120 HP, while Noelle comments that it tastes like cinnamon, alluding to the fact that Toriel is always baking Kris cinnamon pies, while interestingly commenting on the tea having a weird aftertaste. This could just
Ooh, yeah, that I forgot. Tastes like cinnamon with a weird aftertaste. Oh. And she seems to like Kris half. Like I think what the game tells us is like she seems to like Kris like a bit. But yeah,
be
weird.
alluding to the fact that Kris has a butterscotch aftertaste, since Toriel has occasionally added butterscotch to her pies along with cinnamon, and Noelle doesn't recognize the butterscotch taste. Or it could be that Noelle is actually tasting the additional flavor of the player in Kris's body as an aftertaste, which seems to be the case, as when Noelle is reminiscing about her past in the game, she says that Azzy's jacket smelled like cinnamon too, which goes back to Kris and Azriel smelling like cinnamon all the time because of Toriel's cooking, and that's how Noelle remembers them. And
Yeah,
despite
it seems like Noelle is a really interesting character because she seems like she likes Kris, but not that much really. They have been growing up together, but it doesn't seem like they are close friends, you know?
having known them for years, she never once mentions them smelling like butterscotch. The implications of this could mean that Noelle, and thus the other characters, are able to sense
yeah, this is
and
just
maybe
from-
even figure out
This is just from one item, by the way. Like, this is just a theory based on one item you can get throughout the game. And you actually have to backtrack to even get it for some characters. It's crazy.
overarching presence of the player controlling Kris. Noelle also receives 70 HP, unlike Susie and Rousey's 120. So despite being neighbors, her relationship to Kris isn't as strong. Moving on to Susie's tea. When drinking Susie's tea, Kris stares at Susie while receiving 120 HP, which is by far the most Kris receives from any character's tea, suggesting
Yeah, I mean, that confirms it basically that Kris really likes Susie. And I think that was like pretty clear from the way Kris is acting.
that Kris
Yeah.
has formed a very strong bond with Susie. Susie is literally Kris's one true friend. Rousey also notes that they seem into it. Rousey reacts to Susie's tea, saying that it's grape juice, both receiving 120 HP, and suggesting that
Rousey just likes everyone. It seems like
The grape flavor Rousey tastes isn't from some long history like Noelle has with Kris and Cinnamon, but simply because Susie is purple. So grape. Noelle, on the other hand, gets a massive 400 HP, which is astronomically the largest in the game, while saying, I wonder if they sell this in gallons, which really cements the narrative of Noelle having a crush on Susie, the purple dinosaur.
Oh my god, they didn't need to intersperse Bunny the dinosaur in here. Holy shit. Like, that is Vietnam flashbacks.
120 HP seems to be the representative of characters having strong friendships and healthy views of one another. Anything below suggests they feel like an acquaintance to a full-on stranger, while anything above 120 suggests that they have much more intimate feelings for one another. Consider holding onto some tea for later.
Chapter 7 leak, yeah. Noelle's overdose on Susie tea. Have a nice day.
Later chapters to see if the characters' relationships change. Now, Noelle's tea, when compared to one of the others, gives us some pretty interesting evidence about the feelings that Deltarune's characters have towards one another. Kris continues to hide his reaction from the other characters and presumably the player when drinking Noelle's tea, with Susie responding by saying, do they like it? And Rousey saying they're drinking it, as Kris receives 70 HP. Rousey.
Oh, interesting. So Kris hides their reaction to it. So Kris hides their reaction to it, but it still gives him 70 HP. So the same as Noelle. Interesting.
He says the tea is soft and sweet, which is the only impression he has gotten from Noelle in the short time they've known each other, and receives 50 HP. Susie once again enthusiastically says, heck yeah, eggnog. Rousey tells her, don't drink so fast. In fact, many players have noticed that Susie responds very positively to every character's tea and receives 120 HP for all of them, showing that Susie feels strongly about her relationships to all of her new friends. Susie gulping down and loving everyone's tea could either be representative of how starved and food deprived she's been depicted to be, as in Deltarune's first chapter, Susie is shown to have an appetite for eating just about anything. She hides away the school's chalk to eat it. She asks Kris to leave some of the prison's moss for her. She attacks and eats Top Chef's cake and remarks about her hunger to Lancer as they attempt to get fruit from the dark candy
But yeah,
tree.
Susie's quite hungry.
It seems more likely that her reason for enjoying everyone's tea is that rather she has been starved for connectivity. According to Monster Kid, despite never having bullied, harmed, or even regularly talked to anyone, Susie was labeled as the school bully, mainly due to her abnormal strength and her guarded, gruff disposition. Then there's Rousey's tea, which, little to say, causes some intriguing reactions in his companions and may very well hint towards a few suspicions players have held about the game and Rousey's place in it. Susie says, hey, it's like marshmallows, with Rousey once again telling Susie to not drink so fast. Unlike everyone else when drinking anyone's tea, Noelle says there's nothing in here. Not that it's water, but that it's just an empty teacup. But even more interesting.
So yeah, Noelle seems to not have an impression of Rousey at all.
Is Kris, who shows no reaction and receives 60 HP, which is the lowest Kris gains from anyone. Even though Rousey has been one of Kris's main companions who has supported and even hugged Kris when they've needed it, Kris still feels less attached to Rousey than they do to even their old neighbor Noelle, who just joined their party in Chapter 2. This does provide evidence that for all the times that Kris and Rousey shared a friendship hug or talked about their feelings, like when Rousey told Kris that he thought he had to always be nice, it was the player who had grown close to Rousey and was driving those conversations rather than Kris. And when comparing why Kris reacts the way they do when drinking Rousey's tea to other instances in the game, we find something shockingly disturbing. But not before I edit every he or she about Kris into a gender-neutral pronoun after the whoopsies I made during that last Deltarune theory. Along with the hunches and eerie feelings that many players have about Rousey, the big reveal is when Kris is shown to feel that Rousey isn't as much of a friend than what simply playing the game would tell you, and rather it's the player who has connected with Rousey. But the feeling may not be neutral. What if Rousey, who obviously cares for Kris, has also been talking to the player who he is fully aware of?
But yeah, it seems like it seems like throughout the game, the player is set up to like Rousey way more than Kris, you know? Like, we as a player are set up to like Ralsei, the way he, reacts, what he does, but it doesn't seem like that Kris really likes Ralsei.
Of existing at least as a watchful presence over the game. Several instances in the game support this theory, such as when both imprisoned in Chapter 1 and standing in Queen's Mansion in Chapter 2, Ralsei asks Kris to close their eyes and imagine Susie, which causes the player to travel away from Kris and Ralsei to wherever Susie is. Upon Susie reaching Kris and Ralsei, we catch the tail end of a conversation Ralsei was having off-screen with Kris, who quickly ends it by saying, "So that's why." Ralsei.
But it also feels like Kris likes Ralsei okay. You know? Like, they don't feel like general hatred towards him. Like, because, we have seen, like... Do we have seen that T? Yeah, I think one of the T just gives 10, right? Like, one of the T's gives a very low rating. But yeah, it's at 60, which is like a little bit less than Noel, but it's still a fairly good connection to Ralsei. It's still not bad.
They did this on purpose, to get Kris alone to converse with them without the player spying on them. Whatever Ralsei was telling Kris, he doesn't want the player knowing, and stops talking the second the player comes back with Susie. Ralsei is much more intelligent and aware of the happenings of the game than anyone, and is seemingly steering the game from behind the scenes so
Yeah, he
well that
definitely
other
is.
important characters like Queen, Birdley, and even Noel, who is in the same party as
I
Ralsei,
think we can
seems
stop
to be
this
hardly
theory video now. But yeah, this could go back to my theory. If Ralsei knows that everything's destroyed, if Ralsei knows that the outside world has been already destroyed, they might be pushing us into that direction. Just save everyone, maybe. I don't know. We have the secret boss
Hello everyone,
theory.
my name is Spooky Dude.
Secret boss theory is the next one we're going to do, and then we're going to try out the Kris is not the knight theory as well. I'm going to do a separate reaction to the Spamton sweepstakes
The Kris Knight theory
that
is one
I'll
of the most controversial.
maybe do tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that Spamton sweepstakes one tomorrow. But yeah. And then maybe we'll do, I'll upload it as a video or something, But yeah, let's do Deltarune Chapter 3 Secret Boss.
And today, I would like to shove you all into the void of madness, as I have developed the most insane theory.
I don't want to be shoved
humanly
into
possible.
anything, really.
I honestly can't believe all the puzzle pieces in this are fitting together. This was intended to be a miserable video, a video where I talk about how nothing matters and how you all have to stop looking into tiny details, but it ended up being this ridiculous conspiracy that I have come up with, and I am so glad that I could share it with you. If you clicked on this video, you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you know this is going to go off the rails. Toby Fox just released the latest installment of the Deltarune newsletter, a collection of interviews, factoids, news, and Deltarune updates. This time around, Toby has shared a little bit of information regarding Chapter 3. He joked about this area with a whole bunch of trees that when they were testing caused the game to lag. He revealed Chapter 3 is about to be finished, and he actually revealed that it was actually in the stage of being translated, which is great. But he also shared some shocking news, some tragic news. Please remove your caps as I read to you this very, very sad news. He says, true maniacs know that...
By the way, that footage in the background of the fan game, like the Undertale Deltarune people, the Undertale Deltarune community is so fucking talented. It's incredible.
That there is some sort of extremely brief cowboy scene in Chapter 3. This was teased on the Spamton Sweepstakes website. However, this segment is in danger of being cancelled.
Oh,
Seriously.
no.
One of the only segments that we teased may end up cancelled? Well, that's just how cowboy shows go, I guess. This is really tragic news for everyone who was really excited for 2 minutes of mildly entertaining shootout action. Or is it? See, many fans have pieced together a secret plot, a crazy, Mobius double reach around Toby Fox plot twist that he has planted right under our noses.
Come on, Toby
Many
Fox.
people are suggesting that Toby Fox has purposefully just revealed the secret boss for Chapter 3. Fans are suggesting that Toby's wording in this newsletter is very odd. He doesn't say that the segment is getting cut, or we're taking out this segment, it's scrapped. He specifically says it's in danger of being canceled. What does that mean? How does he not know if it'll be canceled or not? You have to admit, it's weird wording, all right? And I will definitely agree with that. To make matters more interesting, he says that Chapter 3 is just about finished, so it's odd that he still isn't sure whether or not the scene will be added in.
Interesting.
Add to this the fact that the original teaser was the only teaser on a different site than the Spamton Sweepstakes site, that being bluebubble.rodeo. That's where the original cowboy section teaser was, with the blue bubble potentially referencing Peepus, a tie to the secret boss Spamton, and suddenly we are uncovering this huge, deep plot. Is what everyone seems to think. I'd like to take this time to point something out. I love Deltarune. I've spent hundreds of hours coming up with fun theories and talking with people about it on Discord. That being said, when looking back, my channel has been largely negative. So far, my theories have been, this song isn't connected to Deltarune, Kara won't be in Deltarune, shipping is dumb, and you're all stupid. Okay, that last one's an exaggeration, but still. My channel has largely been me attempting to debunk things, trying to find ways to remove meaning from things that so many people think has meaning. I was literally midway through a video talking about how all that evidence that's pointing to Azrael being dead might not actually mean anything when I saw the newsletter. And so, I don't like being super negative, but I feel like sometimes there needs to be a negative voice telling, like, how a cat jumps up on the ledge, shoo, get off, get down. All of these theorists are jumping on Skies Forever Blue and his newest song, The Greatest Living Show, and they're like, oh, it's Gaster. Oh, the ribbon, it's Des.
Well, the problem with that is,
I'm not the biggest fan.
We're going to take a short break, quickly, but yeah. The problem that I see with that is that Woody is a character that is obviously part of Disney, and they are not going to just copy Woody's design. It could be that it's a different cowboy toy that somewhat resembles him, but yeah. Let me go on break real quick. All right, we're back on the menu. Back on the menu, guys. This is going to be the last one we're going to watch. We're not going to watch past any other theory, by the way. I don't have the time to do so today, so yeah.
But this time, I think there is something here. All right, I think there's the
Toby definitely
that Toby
worded
Fox
it
is
weirdly.
intending something. And like I said, you know, fans are starting to believe everything ever made is somehow part of Deltarune. The greatest living show, Skies Forever Blue, Toby Fox's tweets from 20 years ago, you know, it's all connected. It's all this giant puzzle. And I mean, honestly, with how mysterious Toby's been about the game, you can't entirely blame them. This out of nowhere, hey, that cowboy segment is canceled update seems incredibly suspicious, given how it's also the focus of the Deltarune update section of the newsletter. To be honest with you, I can see both arguments potentially being correct. Either this means nothing, there is no meaning behind this, he's being genuine and he's canceling the cowboy section, or this is a secret teaser for the Chapter 3 Super Boss. So I think I'll travel down both lanes here. I'll use both sides of my brain. I will light and dark, your choices, all the Deltarune stuff. I will talk about both
I don't
options.
know. I honestly like not knowing what the
honestly
secret boss
was
is.
starting this video, to be completely
You know,
honest
I
with you,
don't
when
think-
I started writing this video, I thought...
That's why I don't watch a lot of like theory videos about that Deltarune, because there's like tons of theory videos of Deltarune that are like I have solved Deltarune and this is going to be what it is. That's also the same with the device theory that people have made. It's a very long theory, and if they really solved it, I don't actually want to know it. I actually want to have it in the game, you know? But yeah, I don't know.
hey, this obviously means nothing. The
For
cowboy
me, a
section was
theory
canceled. We gotta
has to be really
stop
interesting,
theorizing.
you know?
But then something happened. I will give you a choice. I'll explain my reasoning for thinking why this means nothing. But then I will give you the most insane, unhinged theory with an incredibly detailed description of what this is teasing and who the chapter boss for Secret 3 is. Chapter boss for Secret 3. I'm going insane, alright? If you can't tell, I have stared into the void for quite a while, and it must have stared back because
I'm probably
this
guessing
is
it's
the
not going
most
to be that.
insane
But
theory
yeah,
I've
if it
managed to create.
is,
And the fact that I got it out of literally a
if
sentence
that person is right,
incredible.
then
So
yeah.
let's get the misery out of the way first. Why
give
do I
them
think
kudos.
this means nothing? I think all these theories, the secret links between everything Toby's ever said kind of theories, stem from a fundamental misunderstanding of Toby Fox himself. There's this trend I see all the time when these really out there theories come into play. Someone's talking about this theory, you know, oh, Skies Forever Blue is connected to Deltarune. Someone says in response, you know, I don't think Toby would do that. It's not connected. There's no word that it's connected. It claims, you know, he's claimed that original songs are not connected. And then the response I always see is, but it's Toby Fox. But it's Toby Fox. This one line has seemingly plagued all logical arguments as to why something isn't important. There's this unfounded belief by the community that Toby Fox is some kind of trickster, Loki-like character who shows up and lies in your face, all in the spirit of foolery.
Not really. He
Don't
does
get me
love
wrong,
to
I
hide
understand
things.
Where it comes from. Undertale is a game that plays on your expectations. It subverts tropes that have followed RPGs for years. But the thing
And
is,
he likes
all
to
of
subvert
these
things. Yeah,
subversions
that's true.
were done purposefully and with meaning behind them. Toby didn't just pull the rug out and say, surprise, nothing you expected happened. You know, Flowey asks you to reset because it's a big surprise. There's meaning behind it.
Yeah, a
right?
little bit.
There's meaning behind everything.
I
The
think
subversions
theories
in
are
Undertale
fun
have purpose
as long as they don't reach the truth. You know? Really. I like talking about theories, but if a theory scratches too close to what probably is the truth, then I'm kind of like turned down by it and don't want to believe it. Because I actually wanna get the mystery, you know?
beyond just being surprising. Fans, though, seem to think Toby just outright lies. And the greatest example I think I can give of this is when Toby announced this newsletter. He said there would be little news, and people just outright didn't believe him. I saw so many people saying, well, it's Toby Fox, so he'll have a lot of big news. My favorite was someone who genuinely believed Toby was going to reveal the release date, but in a really small font, since he said there'd be little news. That'd be funny, but again, it's not something Toby would do. You know, Toby's not a clown. Toby doesn't say, hey guys, no news tomorrow, only to reveal a lot of news
I
because,
highly doubt it.
LOL, you had your expectations subverted. To me, the community thinks of someone like Toby as a guy whose word has to be actively poked and prodded at. Nothing is as it seems. He's
Obviously, I
always
think he's
lying.
going to subvert
be
us
honest,
several times.
There are kind of a few times where it seems like they're right.
Like, he definitely...
Sometimes, Toby Fox...
I definitely think he knows these theory videos exist. And he definitely knows how to subvert us. So what he set up is like all of this as a Ralsei stuff. He sets it up, but he's definitely going to try to subvert us several times throughout the playthrough, you know? You know? Like, he's going to make Ralsei the bad character at one point, and then basically subvert us by he's actually a good guy. And then maybe down the line, he's actually the bad guy or whatever, you know, something like that. So like a double switch. But yeah.
Could be, you know, question.
But with a franchise this big, you actually have to subvert everyone, you know, and fool everyone.
Look at what he said about Cyber City before Chapter 2 released, that it would be extremely small, when it ended up being a larger area. First off, extremely small is subjective. Perhaps he meant like in relation to the entire chapter, or I don't know, it could have been cut during development, or not cut, but grown during development. Regardless, he said the area was small, and then the full game came out and it was much larger than expected. That being said, I don't think everything Toby Fox says should be torn apart. He's pretty much explicitly stated that original songs are not connected to Deltarune, and then in the newest newsletter, he puts his newest song on the section that explicitly clarifies it's not related to Deltarune. And yet, people still insist on analyzing how the themes of the new song could possibly connect to Deltarune. I feel like parts of the fanbase genuinely believe Toby isn't just a general trickster, but someone who is really setting up a 50 million piece mystery where it'll turn out that everything was connected. And I think it kind of ties back to Scott Cawthon and the heyday of Five Nights at Freddy's. He would outright lie to the fan base and would be called a master troll. For his fan base, which was used to frequently releases and a steady
that's
stream
kind of the
news
problem
and
with
interactions,
games like
it makes-
these, with deep theories always, is you get to a point where everything that they set up is intentional. And I've run into that with the Five Nights at Freddy's fanbase because I loved watching theory videos from that fanbase. You know? I've loved to watch some theories about Five Nights at Freddy's, and it gets to a point where everything in each Five Nights at Freddy's game is like dissected as intentional design. You get what I mean? It's very different with Deltarune, I feel like. It's very different with Deltarune because I think Toby Fox had enough time to prepare everything. You know? I think with Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously the first 3 games are like very cobbled together almost. He didn't expect like the success they had. And I think Toby Fox did not expect the success he had with Undertale. But I think the story of Deltarune is very deliberately cobbled together. It's very much more deliberate than Five Nights at Freddy's could ever hope to be, in my opinion, you know? Like, you cannot really compare these two, because I feel like Deltarune is very deliberate, but obviously people take it too far, in my opinion.
It makes sense for him to do this kind of thing. He'd announce that he's canceling a game only for it to release randomly one day. He'd announce that he's dialing back the violence, only for it to just be a giant troll. He'd say that release is a while away, and release it the next day. I see Toby Fox and his handling of Deltarune getting lumped in with that kind of attitude, seeing as he released chapters 1 and 2 randomly when nobody expected it. However, both chapters ended up getting some pre-release advertisement, even though most of that was through gaming news sites. The update claims that the Cowboy section itself is in danger of getting cancelled. It doesn't say that the Cowboy television show is getting cancelled, it says that the section of the game itself is getting cancelled.
While I agree on that he had his story built in 2011, 2012, he already had it in his head. I think what we also need to agree on is that he might have the story in his head back then, but the details he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't have all of the details in his story, in his head, back in the day. So a lot of the flavor text and stuff we get throughout the game, like some stuff about Susie and Ralsei and all of that, is probably made up as he goes along, and might be subject to change in the future. Like, for example, the fact that he changed the Shadow Crystal system, right? So last time in Chapter 1, when Chapter 1 came out, we beat Chevel and we didn't get a Shadow Crystal from him, you know? And coming Chapter 2, he made it so that in Chapter 1 you get a Shadow Crystal from him too. This time around, you know? It could also be that a lot of the additional boss timeline was not even going to be a part of the game, really, and was just some additional things he threw together. But it seems very deliberate. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he goes back and changes stuff around depending on future chapters, which I kind of like, you know. It's supposed to be his magnum opus, right? So yeah, I like that.
Chapter 3 is obviously late into development, and perhaps Toby realized that the section didn't fit the mood he was going for, or was just complicated enough that it would delay development even longer to make. There's no ambiguity when it comes to the update. The only line that could possibly contain any double meaning is, "That's just how cowboy shows go, I guess." But again, it's very hard to pull anything out of this, either. So I think at the end of the day, I can confidently debunk this theory. Toby doesn't outright lie to us, the newsletter is
That is an interesting fact. I didn't know that. But yeah, if he really thought the original hometown characters were going to be humans, that makes sense. He definitely wanted to do that because he didn't want to confuse everyone, but then had to decide because the Undertale characters are just so much more memorable than probably human characters he could come up with, that he probably decided on doing that and not really connecting it to the original, you know, not really, and basically outright saying, yeah, I took those characters, but it's not connected to Undertale, you know, that's what he said. But yeah, his characters are just so much more, like, his monster characters are just so much more recognizable than regular humans.
explicit in saying the section is cancelled, and I feel like this entire mega teaser theory is built on a weak foundation of not understanding why Toby has surprised us in the past. After all, I can't think of any way to logically tie the cowboy theme into the super boss. I mean, what kind of cancelled cowboy show could make sense? No. No, it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Kinda, yeah.
Let's activate that other side of my brain. Let's go down that other path. Pretend for 1 second that there is no question of whether or not this means anything. Pretend for 1 second this does mean something, and I am here tasked with pulling meaning from it. You want crazy? You have got crazy. This is by far the second most insane theory I've come up with. The first, of course, being my big Gaster theory, but that's insane because it's wide-reaching across the whole story. This is insane because it is just insane, all right? I decided to turn off the rational part of my brain and instead look at this entirely with the belief that it's meant to be some kind of tease. And I can't believe the puzzle pieces coming together. Let's pretend for 1 second Toby is teasing a secret boss here. There is one line I can see with some kind of double meaning. Well, that's how cowboy shows go, I guess. What is the point?
Well, yeah, he did say it, that there could be connections. And probably there are. I definitely think that he's going to have an overarching plot that connects to Undertale. Definitely, ever since Chapter 1, that was probably his idea. Like, he intentionally uses Gaster in that game. He intentionally uses him to connect to Undertale quite a bit. And that's pretty much intentional. That has been in since Chapter 1, and he does it intentional, you know?
Point of that statement? Why would he say that? It's you know, it has to mean something, right? Well, my thought is that he's trying to tie it to the death of the Western, you know, as the genre was largely erased from the American conscience sometime before the 1970s. But why? Why would he be referencing that? Perhaps
Interesting.
being tied to this concept, you know, the Western and how it kind of faded out, is what will allow the secret boss to still fit in with both the TV theme and the theme of being discarded. But what an odd topic to reference, especially for his audience. Not only that, but I feel like the discarded theme would work if it ties to a specific show, not just the concept in general. Can we name any specific cowboy show that was canceled, that would still be known by the age demographic of Deltarune's audience, that can tie into Deltarune's core themes, that features some recognizable quirk that can easily tie into this game, that Toby Fox has been teasing under our noses this whole time? Woody's Roundup. That's right, welcome to Woody Theory. Woody's Roundup is the name of a fictional TV show that featured Sheriff Woody, shown in Toy Story 2. Woody's Roundup in Toy Story 2 was a canceled television show. It was canceled and the last episode never aired. What if Deltarune Chapter 3's Superboss is a Sheriff Woody parody? The show was canceled, so the discarded theme comes into play. If the Superboss is Mike, it could easily tie into Spamton. Puppets, strings, it all makes sense. Maybe Mike has a pull string and they can only say a few things, parallel to how Kris can't truly speak their mind.
I like the PNG from Woody with a mustache on. I like that.
With only
It's definitely not going to be Woody. Obviously, he's going to probably make a similar. If it's something, it's probably going to be a different name, but it's a reference to that cowboy show, that canceled cowboy show. You know?
a set amount of options in each dialogue choice. And wait a minute, what has Toby Fox incessantly been posting about on Tumblr? Friend Inside Me, his Toy Story fan song. He's reposted this dozens of times and posted new versions of this messed up song.
What?
I think we're onto something here. What if that's what Toby has
He has
been
been
doing
doing
this whole
that?
time?
I don't follow anyone on Tumblr, but
What
yeah.
if the reason
if he has been doing that?
Has been messing with Friend Inside Me is because he's going to sample the instruments and use it for the Superboss theme. But how could it tie into the themes presented in Deltarune? Wait a minute. Maybe Mike isn't the Woody stand-in. Maybe Mike is a microphone. His microphone, the one inside him that controls everything you're allowed to say. Maybe his pull string, which connects back to strings, is connected to Mike, the friend inside me. This isn't even a joke theory. I genuinely believe it's possible. In terms of repeating themes with the secret bosses,
That's
Jevil and
actually
Spamton both
funny
have a
and
carnival ride
interesting.
theme, with Jevil's being a merry-go-round and Spamton's being a roller coaster. There are two different attractions I can specifically think of for his theming. The racing horse kind of game where you have to get your horse to the end of the track first, or a Western-style shooting gallery. The Friend Inside Me joke that Toby's re-uploaded numerous times is a reference to two things: Kris being possessed by us, we're their friend inside me, and Mike being the small voice box inside the Woody character. There's a surprising amount that lines up here. Not only that.
Could be
but
interesting,
we know Toby has been messing
because
around
you
with
could have like the cowboy, and then you could have like a crazy freaky voice inside of him that does something, you know? It would also like connect very much to the voice Noel has been hearing, right? In the Snowgrave route. Like the voice Noel has been hearing from us, the player, not Kris.
Toy Story related stuff.
It's actually
Not
really
only
good.
has he been mixing and messing with Friend and Me, he has also specified that the entrance to Queen's Castle should look like that Toy Story ride. Chapter 1 was even about toys coming to life. How does this connect with the Shadow Mantle? Well, the word mantle means many things, including just being a covering. It could very well be one of those shawl things that cowboys wear, or alternatively, I've seen these coverings put over racing horses being called mantles as well. There's also...
Do we actually... One thing that occurred to me, do we actually know what Chapter 4 is going to be? Like, actually. Because one thing that I'm always wondering the entire time is, like, we have a general idea of what Chapter 3 is going to be. You know? Like, it's going to be TV themed, and Toby has been talking about it a lot. But do we actually know what Chapter 4 is going to be? Because I haven't like watched a lot of the news from Toby. But yeah, Chapter 3 is like TV show themed. But I don't know anything about Chapter 4, I think. Absolutely nothing. Like no hints, nothing.
the fact that there is an American voice actor who voiced Cowboys back in the day, who was well known for when he played Marshal Tom Sellers on the 1958-59 NBC Western series Buckskin, named...
Oh, okay. If it's going to be in the church, I have to watch the Spampton sweepstakes stuff. I'm going to do a reaction video, maybe upload it one of those days. But yeah, watch out for that.
Named Mike Road. He was also a voice actor for many characters. A voice actor who played a cowboy, Mike. I mean, obviously this is taking it to the absolute extreme, okay? There's very little that holds it here at this point, but I think there is genuinely a chance. The Woody theory is that the secret boss of Chapter 3 will be a Woody's Roundup-inspired character, and he will be possessed in the same way Kris is, not exactly, but in a similar way, by Mike, the voice pack inside of him, who judges and makes him say things that, you know, are a set amount of things, so he can't truly express his true feelings. Boom. There you go. Woody theory. Well, that's that. To be honest, everything lines up well with Woody theory. It's funny. You know, it's kind of a parody.
It would be cool. Honestly, it would be cool.
I think it's a reach, but there are a genuinely concerning amount of pieces that would make sense and would be enjoyable.
It definitely is a reach, but I would like it, actually, you know. But yeah. Sorry, I have to go back to my memes. Can we get back to my castle town, please? But yeah, I'll have to come back to my memes. I love my memes. What am I going to say? But yeah, I'm going to do a full reaction probably to the other theory. It probably takes around an hour. The Spampton sweepstakes one. I need to watch all of them. It's a 2-hour video. I'm going to probably do it in parts. I'm going to probably watch it in parts. I'm going to react to it, maybe cut out some things, whatever. But yeah. A lot of the interesting stuff I'm going to watch, obviously. But yeah. By the way, I love the meme of Ra's sake. Give me your credit card information. That's like some of the funniest memes I got. You know? Like, God damn it, Kris, where the hell are we? I love it. But yeah, that's going to be Deltarune. We are going to continue this. I'm going to upload a video. We're going to continue this on the 5th. Not on the 5th per se. So the way this is going to go is next week we're going to do a full streaming week. The way we want it to be. So we're going to do Trails, we're going to do Pokemon, we're going to do maybe Metroid or whatever. Then next weekend I'm away. I have no means of streaming, so next weekend will be free of streaming. And the week after that will also be my vacation. So I'm not here. Hello, Queen. But yeah, we are not. I'm not here for an entire week. So that week is going to be off. So yeah, next week we're going to do a normal stream. The week after we're off, and the week after that is already the release day week for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. You know. So next week we're still streaming. The week afterwards we're not. Then we have the release week, which, you know, we're going to stream until Wednesday, normally. Then on Thursday, the 5th, we're going to do a midnight release stream, or whenever the fuck Toby Fox drops Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 on us. I have no idea when. But yeah, we're going to check it out as soon as it drops. I swear to God. But yeah, we're going to do a short stream. Probably it's going to be shorter than normal. Then in the evening of that day, so it's Thursday, the 5th of June, we're going to do a full Switch 2 unboxing, plus setup, plus live, playing some games, trying out some games on it. So yeah, I'm going to get a Switch 2 on that day, and we're going to do a full setup, we're going to do unboxing, whatever we want. I'm going to show you all of its features and whatever, you know. And then, that Friday, the day afterwards, yeah, he posted it on the release newsletter. I need to look it up. But yeah, but right after, on that Friday, which is the 6th, we're going to go back into Deltarune. Sadly, I won't be able to stream on Saturday, because it's my birthday. The Saturday afterwards is my birthday, so I won't be able to stream. And then, yeah, we're going to continue Deltarune the next week after, I think. I think we're going to stream Deltarune until it's finished, because I don't want to get spoiled at all. Like, I think the internet will spoil me on it, so I want to play as much of Deltarune as quickly as possible. You know, so we're going to do a full blast of Deltarune, because I absolutely do not want to get spoiled. You know? But yeah, that's going to be the plans. So next week, regular streaming week. The week after, I'm on vacation. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on Undertale or Deltarune, please leave a like and subscribe. I think I announced it. I'll probably play Undertale sometime as well after Deltarune is finished, right? But yeah, we'll be playing more Undertale and Deltarune, and I will see all of you next time. Trilightning out.